Welcome, my friends, to another episode of The Woggers Way. Today, I'm going to show you what no one else here on YouTube is showing you about how to adjust a Mixet shower valve, like this one. Not replace it, adjust it. Now, this video is not about how to replace a valve. I have another video on how to do that, which I'll link up here at the top of the screen. I'll also link it at the end of this video and in the description below. So many links, my friends, so now you have no excuse on not knowing how to change out the cartridge. So everyone thinks you just pull the old one out, take the new one out of the package, throw on a little plumber's grease, and then pop it in the way that it comes out of the package. Not so fast, my friends. Before installing that new cartridge, there's one thing you need to do first. So this is what you see when you look at your shower. You have this knob on the front, which turns the water on and off, and then you have this plate behind it that controls the water temperature. Now, these should work independently of each other. The problem many of you probably have experienced is that when you turn either one of these, the other one turns also. So now, while you're trying to adjust the temperature, the knob turns and your water pressure goes down. Or even worse, when you're trying to adjust the water pressure, the temperature also turns with it, and all of a sudden you get a shot of cold water, or even worse, some hot scalding water. So your fix up to this point was, well, you hold one of them still while you work the other one. Well, you shouldn't have to do that. And I'm going to show you right now how to fix that. Now, I don't know why no one else is showing you this, but that's why subscribing to my channel is a smart move. Just saying. So why do they move together? Well, first, it could be an old and crusty cartridge. And if you watch this video of mine, I show you how to change out your cartridge. Well, don't do it now. Do it after you watch this one. Now, the second reason, and most common, is because the knob and the plate are rubbing against each other because the cartridge isn't adjusted to give you enough of a gap between them so that they can work independently. But, Uncle Brian, how do we adjust it? Well, good question. And here's how. When you get your new cartridge and you're looking at it where the temperature plate and the knob go, so on this end, this is probably what you see. You got a brass shaft here that's smooth. You don't see any thread showing. So step one, you want to take a Sharpie and draw a line across the bottom and the body of the cartridge, just kind of like this. That's so you can keep everything in alignment when you put it back together. So how this works is when you turn the water off, the back of the shaft extends out and it'll seal against the back of the valve body, cutting off the flow of water. When you turn the knob on, the back will retract away from the back of the valve body, allowing the water to flow. Now, if you look at the base of the cartridge, you'll see a little black washer held on with a screw. This washer is what presses against the back of the valve body to create that seal. Now, speaking of that black washer, when you can't seem to get your tub or shower to stop dripping, no matter how hard you turn that knob, the issue is usually this washer. It's either worn out, and you can change it, or if I've seen countless times, that screw on the back, it backs out and the washer and screw fall off. So whenever you change out your cartridge, always check to make sure that the washer and the screw are still in place when you pull the old one out. Because when they come off, they get stuck back inside the valve body, causing all kinds of issues. Plus, you won't be able to get the new cartridge in, well, because they fell off and they're in the way. And the other reason for the dripping is because the cartridge isn't adjusted correctly and it's not reaching the back to seal it. So let's jump back in to how to adjust it. Now, the temperature plate attaches to this nylon portion of the cartridge, and the knob attaches to the front of the brass shaft. So if the shaft is too far back, then the knob will rub against the temperature plate, which will cause them both to move together. And it may prevent the base from extending far enough to seal off the water, which is why it keeps dripping. Step one, we have our mark to line everything up. Step two, you're going to turn the brass shaft so that the base extends out from the rest of the cartridge.
and you want to keep turning it until they both clear each other. And you'll know when they clear because the base will start to spin. Watch. See how that's turning now? That means it's cleared. Now you want to hold the shaft to keep it from turning anymore, and you're going to remove the base by just turning it off. Now this is a reverse thread, so it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's kind of righty-loosey, lefty. It's just the opposite way. So just turn it until it comes all the way off. You can just set that off to the side. Now what you're going to do is you're going to retract the brass shaft until you only have about 1/4 inch of thread. So see, as you turn it, it retracts back into the valve body. So you want it so you only have about 1/4 inch showing. And if you don't have a ruler or you don't know how to measure for 1/4 inch, and you can count to 3, all you want to do is just check for threads. So about 3, maybe 4 threads showing. So right about there should be good. Now you're going to thread the base back onto the valve body. Remember, reverse thread. And just turn it until it hits the valve body. It won't turn anymore. Now if you look at the base, you'll notice that it's not round, it's not square. It's flat on the sides and it's rounded on the ends. And the opening in the back of the valve body is to match. So it only goes in one way. So once again, thread this on until it hits. And then usually what I do is I just back it out slightly. And then what you want to do is you want to turn it so they line up so it'll go in together. And this is where your marks come and help. See there? So now you want to hold this from turning while you retract the shaft. And you may have to kind of play with it a little bit because it's going to line up. Once you got them lined up, then just keep retracting the shaft until the base goes all the way back in. Once the base is in, make sure you have your marks lined up, not the other way around. Now, if you look at the other end, now your brass shaft has some thread showing. So what you just initially did is you just extended this shaft further out. So now the knob that you put on there isn't so far back that it's rubbing against the temperature plate. It's moved a little bit away.
Now you can reinstall the cartridge and put everything back together. So drop me a comment to let me know if this fixed your issue. And while you're at it, a tap on that thumbs up like button and subscribing to my channel is greatly appreciated. Now you can watch this video of mine on how to change out the cartridge. And this time, you're only going to need to do it once because you watched this video first. This is your Uncle Brian saying thanks for watching and good luck with your projects. Bye now.